Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to your Smackdown review. Okay, after Raw and the fucking 107-minute match, it's, the last thing I want to see is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Okay, so Sami didn't wrestle on this show, but okay, we start off with Styles in the ring getting interviewed. Is it me, guys, or like Styles is just such a generic baby face? This guy is so talented. He's great, but he was so much better as a heel. So much, overemphasis from Styles, corny jokes. Corbin comes out. Um, Corbin sounded so rehearsed here. I mean, let these guys for once just cut loose. The vocabulary they give him, the dialogue is so lame. Owens comes out, Styles with a very awkward moment says, the boil on your back. Where's Sammy? It's the way how they word this shit. It's like they shouldn't even have to worry about the wording. It's a different story if a wrestler is really terrible with promos, but AJ's actually good with them. Um, and it's just like you saw the face that Owens made. That was the face I was making exactly. It sounded lame and stupid. So Shane McMahon came out and made a match for Corbin and AJ later in the night. This is, right here. This is where you turn off the show, where normal people would turn off the show because you're just like, look at the acting here. It's so lame and unappealing. It's like you could find better acting on any show, even on a terrible show. You could still find better acting. I know I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, but I believe that How I Met Your Mother has some of the most grotesque overacting I've ever seen, and the reason I don't like that show. But even that show has better acting than this, and it's even more entertaining because at least the jokes are timely. At least it feels contemporary. Here, this just feels like some lame ass fucking shtick that's like very outdated and just bad. Um, Owens has a match with Ziggler. Sami Zayn does a distraction. Owens beats Ziggler. So, Ziggler just got back. He's already getting beat. He got a win last week. I guess that's good enough for him. So let's start beating him again. Let's start beating guys that are supposed to have momentum headed into pay-per-view matches. It's a good idea. It's not like Ziggler's been beaten down enough, and nobody believes in him. Unless they give the guy the title. But also, like, imagine if he did win the title. Could you imagine that? It's the same thing what I said about the Money in the Bank winners. They beat the shit out of these guys. Like, for example, we want to talk about women's revolution and all that. What the hell happened to Carmella? It's like, you know what I'm saying? You don't even see her on this whole show, and it's like, so when she does eventually win the women's title, she cashes in, whether she successfully cashes in or not, it's like, who's even gonna care? Because she was beaten, they ran her through the ringer with all this terrible shit. She's there one minute, she's gone the next. It's the same thing. It's like if he wins a title, it's like it's not even gonna matter. It seems like they're giving the title out basically half the time anyway. Nobody has any sort of momentum or anything like that. They don't care about it. They don't do things like they did back in the day. It doesn't matter to them. So, I don't see the point with Ziggler. You put him in a world title matches. Is he really going to win? We all know at the end of the day, it's going to be AJ and Nakamura Fee. So you're kind of wasting our time with a match like this. Um, Jinder Mahal, Bobby Roode, and Randy Orton all got into a very, very overly scripted, overly boring promo. Like, once again, I don't know what it was on this specific night, just like with the opening segment. This was so scripted. It's like they had nothing to say, no material, nothing new. Jinder Mahal and Bobby Roode were ranting and raving, and there wasn't even any substance in these promos. Then they did the same thing they've been doing for weeks on end. They hit their finishers on each other, and that was the end of the segment, basically. Um, Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon are in that same magical spot right in front of the SmackDown Live logo, and they're discussing, who should get the title match. I thought that it was already decided it was a triple threat. So once again, it's another triple threat. Does anybody realizing just how many multi-man matches we're having, to the fucking point we had 107-minute gauntlet match on Raw. We were having an elimination chamber match. We're having a fatal five-way match. I mean, it's enough already. We're having all these multi-person matches, and once in a while it's okay. It's like I think back to the Attitude Era. Multi-man matches were rare. You'd get one every couple of months. And then when they did something like the six-pack challenge, you didn't really see anything like that ever again. The next time you would see it, it was like, at WrestleMania when they did that Battle Royal for the hardcore title or the Fatal 4-Way. Because it was overkill. There was, now you see every single main event, you pretty much know that they don't trust two wrestlers to get the job done. And they think it's going to be more effective if they put a lot of people. And I can respect that. You want to get as many people. I said this about WrestleMania and the ladder matches. You want to try to get as many people out there as possible. I get that. So everybody gets a payday. Everybody gets some face time. But, okay, not everybody deserves to be there. You cheapen it. It feels like almost anybody could be a part of these matches. And here you have three very talented guys. Like, to me, I think you've got more talent in this this U.S. title match than you do for the world title. This is my opinion. I think we're gonna get a better quality of match, but it's like, once again, we can't choose two guys, so we got to choose three guys. I mean, instead of working on one good feud, they got to get everybody involved to the point where it's not even appealing anymore. It just feels like they're just shoving everybody together for the fuck of it. So, Daniel Bryan and Shane once again is questioning Bryan. It's the same deal. The storyline's not moving forward. Shane with the same discerning look, and the same thing. Bryan stays quiet at the end of the segment. We've got the same exact thing week after week. This is not how you tell a story. This is like lazy, like, booking. It's almost like a WWE 2K game with a glitch. We're just seeing the same shit repeated over and over. It's like really generic. The Riot Squad defeated Charlotte, Becky, and Naomi. Haven't we seen this match? So Charlotte's, going, she's on a roll all these weeks, and that's it. Then she just loses. Once again, where's the momentum here? They're just going along. She's beating everybody. Oh, she lost. I mean, there you go, right there, folks. She loses a match when they're trying to tell the story like she's destroyed. Remember the whole thing what they did? Remember, this is how you're supposed to do it. Remember when Test was going after Shane McMahon, SummerSlam 1999, and he had matches against the Mean Street Posse, and he injured every single one of them. He destroyed all three members, and then he met Shane at SummerSlam, and all of them were all injured. They all had broken arms and legs. That's how it should be done. Not like, oh, she beat them all up, making like she destroyed them, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, she just gets beat out of nowhere. I mean, talk about fucking up your own storyline. Sami Zayn is consoling Kevin Owens. This segment was, I'm going to say it, I'm sorry if it's not politically correct, fucking gay. I mean, I'm sorry. I know people are going to get offended by that. I'm your guardian angel. Come on, guys. This is not good. This is not manly. It was. And then you hear the what's his name, goofball Corey Graves. How did I forget his name? Saying that, oh, he's not the alpha male I thought he was. If you thought that Sami Zayn was an alpha male, I mean, if you really wanted to make yourself a beta male character, he says, I'm going to lay down for you, Owens. I mean, holy fucking shit. This is just, I mean, Zayn will probably turn on Owens in the match, but just to hear him say this is just very uncomfortable. I'm just going to say there's a different way they could get to point A to point B with Zayn turning on Owens or double crossing him without having him say all this fucking gay shit. Um, I mean, it sounded like some LBGT guy, some fanboy in the creative wrote this stuff. I mean, really, it's like, come on. It's not trying to be like anti-gay here, but this is supposed to be professional wrestling where there's enough connotations about it being gay, grabbing men and stuff like that and rolling around on a fucking mat and with submission moves. I mean, come on, guys. You're tucking men's heads in your crotch for a fucking power bomb. I mean, so the next time that Kevin Owens goes for a power bomb, we're all going to question his sexuality, I guess. New Day defeated Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. This team has no credibility left. Now we're going to see New Day and Uso. So just a few months ago, what was it, at Hell in the Cell? We're advertised it's going to be the final chapter. This is the last match because they already wrestled each other 60 times. Well, there you go again. There's another match. I mean, is the roster really that dry? I mean, that they can't. I mean, we have a brand split for fun. Oh, our roster is so big, we have to split it. And now we're seeing the same matches again. With another match, but this is just a regular match. Unless they decide to put it in the elimination chamber, I guess they could do that. But this is Fastlane, so it's going to be a regular match probably. So they're going to go from the Hell in the Cell to a regular match. The Bludgeon Brothers come out. Instead of doing something cool like beating the shit out of New Day, injuring them, and them being inserted into the tag match themselves for the tag title. What happened? They're building up the Bludgeon Brothers to face the Usos, and instead it's New Day getting the opportunity. And so what Bludgeon Brothers just beat two ham and eggers. I mean, that's what we're gonna do with them. Are we saving them for WrestleMania? So what? Even if they are saving them for WrestleMania, why can't we do something interesting with them now? Will we have to wait? Oh, we can't do it right now. We're saving them. Okay, well, you could come up with something creative in the meantime if you don't want to make them tag champs now or put them in a tag. I mean, I don't understand. You're going to just have them stare at people. They're supposed to be relentless, and you're supposed to have Harper's like grabbing everyone and like, oh, don't mess with New Day. Wouldn't they want to beat the shit out of these lame, colorful neon characters? I mean, wouldn't they? Instead of going after a team that's going to make us look more impressive, we're just going to settle for these jobbers. I mean, makes no sense. Where's the creativity here? Where's the excitement? Where's the appeal? Like, it's even like they're even teasing, like, oh, we're going to do something interesting. Oh, no, Eric, we got to go over here and just do our normal shtick with the jobbers instead. Like, it's almost like you said, it really is. It's like almost like they know they could do something better, but they won't. And it's like, fuck you guys. You want to watch something entertaining? We all know that the same 2 million people are going to watch us, so fuck you. Corbin cuts a promo. All the words he's saying are flashing on the screen, just like they did with Benjamin and Gable. Now it's his turn. Hate, cocky, arrogance, what? Like I said, it's almost like WWE is like first day with the editing program. What the fuck is Kevin Dunn on? I mean, is this guy like smoking a bong in the production truck? Why does he think that this? You look back at all the great shit that they did back in the day, where they had all these awesome shots and cool things and effects that they were doing, and now they're just settling for plastering some words on the screen, like that anybody could do. I mean, it's like, what's the purpose of this? I mean, is it closed captioning? I don't, that's already available on TV. It looks fucking dumb. It's the same thing where I'm looking at Ruby Riot with the fucking they're doing promos throughout the thing with the selfie cam. Here's my I gotta say, like, I'm watching Charlotte, I'm getting fucking nauseous looking at the shaky hands. I mean, why is her hands so fucking shaky? She can't hold the camera in place. And I got more up close and personal with Ruby Riot than I really cared to. What is this that they're doing? Like, instead of having professionally shot things, they have millions and millions and millions of fucking dollars. And they could do all this great stuff, all this great presentation, all this great video work. And we're just settling. I mean, for just basically anybody could do this. Everybody has one of these. And you have Kevin Dunn, this production genius, and they're settling for fucking camcorder on the cell phone bullshit, selfie videos, like it's some type of cheap ass Snapchat shit. Uh, Nakamura Fee's featuring the video. This is the second week in a row Nakamura Fee's not featured prominently. Backstage, he had like a little thing backstage, like a comment in the video or something. The past couple of weeks, he's done absolutely nothing. I think last week he spoke to AJ backstage about beating him or something. Or was that the week before? I don't even fucking remember. Whatever the case was, he wasn't featured prominently with the promo or anything. And I'm looking at this video package. And I'm like, this is one boring ass motherfucker. There's nothing good about him. I'm sure it's a reel of just a bunch of moves and him doing weird shit with his hands. If I'm somebody and I've never seen Nakamura Fee before in my life, I'm gonna watch this video and be like, who the fuck cares about this guy? Who is he? They're like making a big deal about him and he doesn't even look like it. When you can't even edit a video together to make somebody look impressive, because they do it all the time with feuds. They make boring feuds look good by editing all the crappy shit they did together. So they give the illusion that it was exciting and entertaining. They can't even make the illusion that this guy is entertaining or something to talk about or to tune in for. That's how, un, undeserving he is. You can't even edit a video together and make the guy seem cool. Styles defeated Corbin in the main event. Once again, we're beating more guys, right before their title opportunity. And it's fun. It's the two guys they inserted into the match, both getting beat, Ziggler and Corbin. If you want these guys to even appear like they have a chance at winning, why beat them? First of all, why are we even having these matches? What happened to at least saving the main event for the show so we don't get sick of it? But they don't care. It showed on Raw with 107 minutes. We're going to have wrestlers wrestling each other for 30 minutes apiece, and then we're going to have to watch them for like an hour again on Sunday. It's like they don't. And this is also the same people that made the argument that even Vince McMahon made the argument, we don't want people to get sick of Sting, so we're just going to show him every couple of months. Oh, so you're worried about people getting sick of shit. You're worried about overdoing it, oversaturating a market. We're talking about a guy that puts on 6 hours of television each week. This is what we're talking about. 6 weeks of television each week, and he's worried about oversaturating a marketplace. I mean, how does it make any sense at all for a guy to say this about saving people's interest in a particular star. I mean, when everybody wants to see him, but then he's gonna come back around and give us 107-minute matches, or was that Triple H? What that? I think that had Triple H written all of 107-minute matches. So there you go, guys. I mean, that was your SmackDown. I mean, I guess you could say that it was better than Raw because at least they tried. There was, some attempt at a story somewhere along the line. They didn't just fucking go on autopilot for 2 hours and just let the wrestlers wrestle like they did on Raw. But I mean, I'm not defending this show. There's nothing really to defend. It was horrible. It wasn't entertaining. Almost every single opportunity they had to do something entertaining, they blatantly gave up. Like I'm saying, the Bludgeon Brother New Day thing, like that was obvious. They even teased it. So why not do it? You already teased them with the Usos. You're gonna tease it again with. All right, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Am I supposed to be entertained? Am I supposed to pretend that this is good? I hear people telling me on my Raw review, oh, give credit to Seth Rollins for his performance. Okay. Yeah, I'll give my credit to him for wrestling for an hour. But I'm supposed to sit there and pretend that I'm not bored. I'm sitting there watching a match that's going on. Was I really supposed to watch this full thing, which I didn't? For Raw, was I supposed to sit there for all 107 minutes and say this is great when I don't think that it's great? I think that it's way too fucking much. I mean, already, I even believe that sometimes Iron Man matches are overkill. And that's the reason why I won't go back and watch a lot of those things because they're way too fucking long. They're way too goddamn long. And you can't expect everybody to just sit there and be entertained. If you like watching hour-long matches, good for you. Go watch them. They're all on the network. But, I mean, 2 hours. You were expecting to watch people wrestle for 2 fucking hours and I'm supposed to sit there and just give credit? Okay, Seth Rollins has got great endurance. Fabulous. But it's not entertaining. I'm supposed to sit there and be entertained. It's impressive, but I also want to be entertained. Good for Seth Rollins, but bad for me. I'm not the one putting on that big, long performance. What am I, a bad guy for not saying I enjoyed it? I didn't enjoy it. It's too long. If that's his business, if he wants to fucking go out there and kill himself for 2 hours, that's what WWE wants of him. But I think that it's overkill. I think it's boring. So whatever. This is about SmackDown. This also was bad, but at least they tried some shit, which was all the same shit they always do. It just, at least it was an autopilot for fucking 2 hours. All right there, motherfuckers. Been your YWC champ, signing out.